Hello everybody, welcome back. From the videos that I posted the other day, it seemed like I got a lot of comments from people who either had not seen ribs like this before or had not seen them used like that in that way before. And so I thought that would be a good topic to go for a next video, and so here we are. This cow's tongue rib, there are all different kinds of them. There's all different shapes. And this one here is the one that I used the other day. And this is basically a tea bowl sized rib, and I use it for tea bowls and some smaller bowls. And you'll notice there's a certain shape to it. It's a certain width. It's quite round right across here, this curve. There's a nice curve here, so you can use it from this curve here, using it in the inside of the bowl, or using the face of the rib like this on the inside of the bowl, and it makes a round shape. What some people might not realize is there are all different kinds of these ribs. Here's another one. It's a little bit bigger. It has a curve on this side, just like all of them do, but if you look at the front of it, it's quite flat here. And this is a cow's tongue rib that's used for making plates. It's much better for making plates because you've got a flat surface and you can compress the bottoms of the plates. Here's another one that's quite flat. This one's for cups. You can see it's even got quite an extreme corner here for putting down in a cup and making a bottom of a nice cylindrical cup. Here's a small version of a square one for a cup, and I use these for really small little sake cups and things sometimes, or for compressing the base of larger pieces. Here's one that I have that's still wood that I rarely use. This is another sort of a round cup shape, but I found that I don't actually use it that much because the tea bowl, even though it's the tea bowl size, even though it's quite a bit bigger, can often be used in place of it. So I hardly ever use this one, but I just thought I'd put it out there. The really nice thing about these ribs and these tools in general is they're tools that they really evolved for working with the materials in this area. And as I do a little demonstration of throwing with them, I'll talk about that a little bit more. So here we go. I got the basic shape. I'm going to use the rib to expand that. And you can go really far with these ribs because they really compress the clay as you're pulling the clay out. That's the really wonderful thing about them. They were designed for clays with no plasticity, so they expand and compress the clay at the same time and allow you to be fairly creative with a really bad non-plastic clay. I went back in and just some compressed back down to the bottom. And this was the tea bowl rib. You can take it out, you can lay it down even further like this until you get a plate, if that's what you want to do. If you want a flat bottom plate rather than a curved bottom plate, you get out the plate rib and you give it a flat bottom. Like that. You can play with the shape of the sides. You can use the edge of the rib. Sometimes, not with this clay, but with a lot of the older clays, you spread them out and they start to crack along the edges. And to compress the edge there, you can compress it against the edge of the rib here and give it a little lip treatment that compresses it. Even if it does split above, where you put the rib in down there, that split will probably stop right there. And that's just a real simple plate. Next, if you wanted to use one of the smaller square ones to make a cup, this is how you could do it one way. Alright, just pressing it down makes the bottom nice and flat. You can get a real consistent width of cup from cup to cup because you can see how far to bring the rib off center as you're looking down in there. And this clay for some reason does not stay wet, and it turns into mush if you use too much water, so this brush works real well to just kind of wet it. Just compress the base against the rib and then bring it up and kind of erase the lines inside. And you pretty much have a finished basic cup there. Recompress the bottom. Finish the lip in the shape that you want. Done.